Okay, hello. Are we set for today's? Are we set? Hello, everyone. If you're up there, if you're there, say hi. You can say hi if you're there. The live has started. The live session has started. Okay. Okay. Okay, the live session has started. If you are there, say hi. Let me know that we can take off immediately, because today I'll be doing some of the practical, not just discussion. Not just discussion, but some practicals. We'll be doing some practicals like I'm saying. Okay? We'll be doing some practicals. Are we set? So how was yesterday's program we have? Is there anything you have gained from it? So that before we continue today. Okay? Yes, we set. Okay, once again, you are welcome to my channel. And then I want to appreciate those of you that are around. Those of you that were around yesterday, just excuse me, please. Those of you that were around yesterday, I appreciate you so much for coming around. And for those ones that are already here now, I appreciate you. We just click that like it, and then share to everyone that you think we also need it. Tell others to get on board. Today we are not just going to do only talking, we are going to do some little practicals. And so I have some of my gadgets very close to me here that I will be working with. Okay, please do well to say hi. I appreciate all those of you that are already online. Thank you so much. To appreciate you further, just give it a like and then share it and say hi to me, just like I'm saying hi to you. I think you will like that. As I'm saying hi, how are you? How are you today? Has been your day? From this our end now is after 12. Okay, and then your area there, for those ones not within our country, I don't know what it is, all the same. I appreciate your coming. Okay, if you remember this, we are on to soap production, we are on to cosmetics, and then yesterday I talked at length. In fact, yesterday I started like I was talking to babes in soap making, and then I will still do a little of that one, so that in case you are a babe in soap making, in case you are a beginner, you are just starting to it, I will still talk little thing on those one. Okay, yesterday we talked at length. We talked about types of processes. We talked about soaps, different types of soap. We talked about some challenges people are facing in soap making, and then of course I cannot stop but to talk about challenges and solutions that people are facing in soap production. So you are free to let us know the kind of challenge you are facing in your own area there, so that we can tackle it together. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, before I go, I want to show us some of the things. Okay, like a particular chemical I have here. I want to show us. I know many of us will have heard about how to bleach your palm oil with chemicals, so that you don't just waste money on the firewood, gas, or whatever you used to bleach it before. These are part of maximizing your profit in the production of soap. Using chemicals, the chemicals you use can be as much as the firewood, the gas, the fire you are subjecting to your oil. So by the time you calculate the chemical you are using and then compare to other source of heat that you have been using in the past, you can be sure that the chemical is cheaper, and not just cheaper, it's faster. It's faster, and it doesn't call for attention of the environment. It doesn't pollute the environment, unlike when you are heating it on fire. It brings out steam, it brings out smoke, and then it disturbs everybody around. But for the case of the chemical, you are not going to be that. You are not going to face such experience. So I will be doing that also here today. And then, is to bleach the palm oil. And then I'm going to show us a little experience. Some people, experiences they are so, I will tackle them as time goes on. Just let me also know your own. Just drop your own question there, and let's see how we can go about it. Okay, so I'll be, like yesterday, which as any person, as anybody into production, soap production, you will need the skill. You need a similar skill so that it doesn't scare you. This one, of course, the price increases, but at least it's not as costly as the bigger scale. Those one you can still get it moderately cheap to take off. If you want to get your soap very well, you need basic skill. Okay, somebody was once talking about comparing your skill with other measuring cup. Beautiful. But in a situation where you measure your chemicals, your recipes, and you have all these point something, and it's not a round figure, it might be difficult to use to get it from the use of your cup. This is a graduated cup. We have here is the mils are there, the owns are there, the pins, the cups, all of them are there. But by the time you have all these dots, decimal point, you might not be able to get this one right. Maybe what this one will do for you is all this half, 1 gram, 1 liter, 200 mils, and all those. But when you have 200 point something, you might not be able to get it right, because all these are very, very important. All these are important in your calculation. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I'll be introducing to us some of the chemicals. I did some of them yesterday, but this particular one I'm going to show you now, I did not show us yesterday, and that is let me not advertise a particular water. Let me use the bottle I need. Let me remove their name from it. Okay, so I have this chemical here. Probably you will have seen it before. This is hydrogen peroxide. You can see it's a colorless liquid. It's a colorless liquid, and if you can see very closely, you see how it's bringing out one kind of bulbs inside. Look at it. Looking at, okay, and then this one you can see it resembles water. It resembles other chemicals, and I've always said we should be very careful. On my channel, of course, I will soon drop that. How to know your chemicals is very, very important. You must know how to identify your chemicals. A client just came out, like I said to you, about 2 weeks ago, and it was supposed to bring hydrogen peroxide. In fact, what they call for him for hydrogen peroxide, I later tested it to be ordinary fragrance. I don't know. Of course, he didn't know it anyway, and he was trying to convince me to perceive it, to smell it. I said, this is not it, until I brought out my own for the person, and in fact he has to take my own, bought it, and then he said we'll go and take use of. So you can see this one, there's a way you can know it. Okay, I'm going to open it, and then you will see how to know. Then this, and then hydrogen chloride, though I don't have it here now. Hydrogen chloride, that one also will bring out some of the steam this one is going to bring out. But for the hydrogen chloride, his one is much. Okay, now if you want to test your hydrogen peroxide, a point of correction, please, when you are buying hydrogen peroxide, buy the one from the chemical shop. The one from the chemical shop is not the one we use for wound. The percentage of concentration in the one we use for the wound is not as much as the one for this bleaching of palm oil. So we must take note of that very well. I'm glad at least somebody reached out to me yesterday that, wow, one of the problems she has been facing in her soap production was tackled yesterday. I will encourage you to stay cool and watch to the end, so that probably the ones you have in, that is if you don't drop your question here as I talk, maybe your own question will also be dropped. Okay, so let me open this and you will see how to know whether the hydrogen peroxide. Did you hear the sound? Did you hear the sound? It made the sound pump. Okay, and if it's hydrogen peroxide, the steam comes out so much, the steam will be so much outside. Okay, so I'll be using this this hydrogen peroxide, and then okay, I want to believe I'm talking to those that know about it. Okay, if you know how much of hydrogen peroxide we need to use for 1 liter of palm oil, and then let me know. Please drop it in the comment section there. Let me know where we are tackling. Let me know the area that we are still need to tackle. Okay, let me know it. If you know how many liters, how many mils that we are using to bleach it. I have my gloves here today. I have my gloves here today. You know, there are some section of the production you need to wear your gloves, but you can avoid to wear it in all the cases when there are some areas, especially when you're adding the line, you need to wear your gloves. Okay, so I have my gloves. You always make sure you protect your hand, and then you protect your eyes because of flashes of these chemicals. Though the glasses I'm using is not for protection, but whichever way, to still protect me somehow. Okay, welcome once again. Yes, if you know how much of how we do the bleaching, the measurements, you know it. If you don't know it, don't worry, I will go ahead and do it. Okay, so to bleach our palm oil, I want this our discussion to be a discussion. We interchange, we talk, we exchange talk, we talk, I talk. That is when I will know you are actually following. I'm here to see those of us that will say hi to me there. Oh, you don't want to say hi to me? I'm saying hi to you, and please do like it. I can only see one person that has liked it so far. Okay, please do like it. Let me appreciate you, and let me see that the work is being appreciated. So this one is the hydrogen peroxide. Like I said, buy from the chemical shop. Don't buy in the one in the pharmacy. This one has more percentage of concentration than that one. And then here we have the sulfuric acid. Okay, this is it that we have, that we'll be using 2 of them to bleach our palm oil. And of course, we know the advantage of the bleaching. That is, it makes it fast, it's economical, it doesn't pollute the environment. Okay, so I'll be measuring the particular quantity of oil I want to use. Okay, and then how do I measure it? Look at it here. I can just go ahead and measure 500 ml. Please let me call our attention to this. These are our cups. Some of them vary. You might not be getting the accurate measurement in your cups. So you can help yourself by getting the scale. So I'll be using both the scale and the cup to measure it. Okay, so what do I do about my scale? Just put on your scale here. Okay, I put my battery already, so you can see it is on. Okay, so what do we do now? We want to start it. One of my videos taught how to use our scale. So I put my cup on it. When I put my cup on it, when I put my cup on it, I will put it on. I want us to be seeing it. I want us to see it. Okay, I want us to see it so that we see what we are doing. Okay, I think it should be okay like this. Okay, I'm sitting there because some of it I'll be careful with it. Okay, some of this one, so I put my cup on it, and then I put on my on, and so I will be pouring the palm oil I'm using. Okay, I will be pouring the palm oil. I'm not advertising any particular oil, so let me remove the paper from the container. Okay, so I'll be bleaching this palm oil. Okay, one of the questions I'll be tackling is somebody asked whether we can use the gadgets we use in the kitchen to do our soap production. The ideal thing is to have separate ones for the production and also for your domestic use. But peradventure you are stranded for anything, you can use the one you use in your kitchen, provided you wash it thoroughly. Okay, provided you wash it thoroughly. So I want to measure 500 mils of palm oil. 500 mils of palm oil. So my scale with my cup on it is already on the 0. So I pour my palm oil there. I'm glad you are getting value for the time you have spent. I was so glad when that person told me yesterday that she was able to get the problem in her soap making since during the session. She wasn't present, but she later watched it and she was glad. So I have 500 mils of palm oil there. This is 500 mils. I don't know whether we can see it there. 500. That's what I was saying about this our meal. The cup might not be accurate, but with the help of the scale it will be accurate. So we have gotten our palm oil, and then we want to bleach it. And what do we need? We need sulfonic acid and then hydrogen peroxide, the chemical shop one. Okay, so for every 1 liter of palm oil, we will need just 10 mils. 10 mils of 10 mils of hydrogen peroxide. And this one, I'm going to be using this one for my 5 mil. You know, we have rated cups, spoons too. We have the 5 mils, 10 mils, 20 mils. If you have those one, good to go. But in absence of it, you can use the cover. But using the cover of this one can be dangerous, of course, because it's a bit corrosive. The last time I used with somebody, it hurt my fingers. Okay, so let me see. Then another saver one is the syringe. You know, syringe. I also use syringe. You know, this one has a 5. It's already 5 mils. So I can just put it there and then draw it, and then it's safer for me. It won't touch my finger, or you use your spoon. Anyone goes for it. Okay, Okay, let me use, many of us should have spoon or two, and then we use it. Okay, so 5 mils. I hope you are seeing it. It's a practical with interaction that I want. So some have dropped, so that's why I'm not filling up this one. Okay, so what do? I mix it. It's almost immediately that the reaction starts. If I'm to use this one, it's too big for it, so I will just go for this, my small on a stick. Okay, so we turn it, and then we can just leave it for about 10 to 15 mils. Sorry, 10 to 15 minutes. By the time we leave it, this one will turn black. When it turns dark, we are going to then add our, oh my god, so I was wondering why it has not turned black. Let me see. I hope it's still going to, sorry, I want to pour the sulfonic acid first. I was worried it was to almost turn black immediately. Almost immediately it should be black. Almost immediately. Let me put the sulfonic acid. Let me put the sulfonic acid. It thought to be almost immediately. I was wondering, it's not yet turning black. Okay. Almost immediately it should turn black. You can see it's almost immediately the sulfonic acid will turn it black. I think we should still get the same result. Don't worry, let's wait and see it. We should still get the same result. Okay, so here's our bleached palm oil. So we're going to leave it and see the outcome of it. It's supposed to turn to as like groundnut oil, like our PKO. So we leave that while we continue with other things. When it is completely ready, I will let us know. Okay, and who knows, as time goes on, maybe we have to still do some other practical, but all the same, we are bleaching our palm oil. When the result is out, we'll definitely come to show it. Okay, so am I there with people? Are people there with me? Are they there with me? Am I speaking to people here? I'm here to see your eye. Is Adebola there? Are you sure you are there? I'm here to see you. I'm here to see your welcome address. I'm here to see your welcome address. Okay, all the same. So some other questions that came up are this. Why is my soap soft? Why do I have soft soap after production? What is the answer? One, it depends on the oil you use. Yes. Yesterday I talked about the different types of oil we have. We have the hard oils, we have the soft oil. It depends on the one. If you use soft oils, of course you should expect soft soap. Yeah, soft soap if you use soft oil. And that is why it is advisable, especially when you are making, even for bathing soap, you need some of the hard oil to combine with your soft oil, so that it can give you a firmer soap, so that it doesn't become too soft and it doesn't wash away quickly. Okay, so you combine. There is need for combination of the hard and the soft oil to get a perfect type of soap. Okay, and so if you are using soft and then hard oil, your soap will be balanced. But in a situation that you are using hard soap, hard oil, and then at the end of it you still have soft soap, definitely there's something wrong somewhere. There is something wrong somewhere. I introduced app, lie calculator apps to us. The one I used before was Saponify app. I don't think they have that on the Play Store again. And the one I'm using now is also his friend app. You can use that one to get your accurate measurement. And then for the soap app, they gave us the ratio of 2:1 for caustic and solution. You know what some people do, and then they do why your soap will be soft at times. Some go as much as 1:4, 1:4. What does that mean? Caustic soda 1:, water 4:. And then in such cases, there is nothing to stabilize the oil. You will have very soft soap. What do I mean? Very soft. Indeed, very, very soft. Because the truth is this, by the time you are done with it, it will look so much. I'm able to produce 60 tablets of soap. I'm able to produce 80 tablets of soap with 1 liter of oil. Oh my God, that's wonderful. When, of course, tablets are different from tablets. Tablets are different from, it could just be small. If you are using toilets, hotel soap, of course, hotel soap is really very small. You can say you produce 80, you can produce 100. But in a normal setting of the palm oil of soap of 4 inches by 4 by 1 by 2, you might not get as much as that. So when you put too much of water and you are using hard oils, you will not get much soap. You'll be deceiving yourself, because every extra water you use will evaporate later, and it will make your soap shrink. I explained that one yesterday, and I've always explained it because it's a frequent question, a frequent asked question. So I will always explain that. Okay, and then that is that about her. I'm checking our oil. I believe we are going to get the correct, despite the upside down we use it. What is important? Put cloth on your waist, put waist on the cloth. It's still going to give us the same thing. So let's keep washing it. We are going to see it, and I'm thinking of how I can even use it to make soap if time permits us. We use it to make our laundry soap. Okay, so yesterday we talked about another question is what are the things that we need to, what are some of the gadgets a beginner can start with? A beginner can start with this cup I showed us, your turning stick, something that is just any bowl, preferably a stainless bowl. A stainless bowl, because so when you are doing double boiling or whatever it is, it's not likely to react with the chemicals. If you use ordinary aluminum gadgets, the chemicals will react with the aluminum. Yes, some people use it as their mood. You can ask them for the result of it. So the best gadget, the best container you can use cup like the one I use here. You can use the stainless bowl. Of course, you can use your whisk if you have the Of course, there are smaller widths. Of course, there is big, there's smaller one. You can use this. In absence of it, use the turning stick. It's the same thing. There are some quantity that this one will not turn. Your small and big turning stick will turn it. Okay. Already the soap. Can you see the how it's turning already? You can see it. We're still going to arrive at the right position. Okay. You can see it. The reddish already is already completely gone. The red color is already gone from there. This is palm oil. Okay, there was a time on the line. I saw, of course, of course, it should be a soap factory where they are bleaching their palm oil, and so they were pouring sulfuric acid there. And you know, some people were just they turn it upside down. That is, they are bleaching. They are making groundnut oil with chemical. No, now, it's not good that we carry wrong information. Okay, so you can see gradually our palm oil is reducing. Okay, so like I said, avoid using aluminum container for your soap so that the chemicals don't react with it. Okay, and that is one of it. And then another question that came up is can I make different patterns with my hot process? You know, we talked so much about hot process yesterday. No, it's easier with the cold process. You can, you can create different layers of cold process. I would love to do it. Okay, let me just, if I can't do it today because I have to use this same. If I can't do it today, maybe our next live program, probably tomorrow that is supposed to be our Good Friday, from this our end here, Good Friday. I hope we are preparing for the Good Friday. Okay, let me see if I can still bring up a program tomorrow. If not, by the grace of God, I will let us know when we're going to have another program. Okay, so like I was saying, so if it's cold process, the cold process, you can first do a layer because you are the one that have the power to direct whatever you want in your soap. You have that power. You have that what will I say is it should be power, control. Yes, better control over your soap. So you can allow the first, probably let's take for instance you want to use 3 colors. You want 3 colors of soap. You want 3 colors in the soap. And so what do? You first make the first layer, allow it to solidify a bit, make the second color, allow it to solidify a bit, and make the third one. But unlike the hot process, you might not be able to do that. You don't really have the control over all those coloring and all those things. Okay, so those are some of the things we talked about yesterday, the advantages and the disadvantages of each of them. So ideally, for beginner or even for big company, they use cold process. They can maneuver the color, they can maneuver the fragrance, they can maneuver a lot of things they're going to put on it. Okay, so I am an advocate of profit making in the soap industry. I'm an advocate of making profit. Of course, which business will you do that you want profit? I want profit for. So what I'm saying, some people's complaint is, how do we make profit with this economy? You can make profits based on what you buy and what you put into your soap. I teach those ones that I teach how to maximize your profit. You don't have to put many ingredients to achieve a good soap. You can still use minimize ingredient, minimize recipe, and still achieve good products, because some of the recipes you are putting together, they are doing the same work. So if 2 of the recipe you are using are doing the same work, how do you have to use the 2 now? Just use only one. Just use only one. It's not to achieve good soap. Use only one instead of I want to put all the idea you have about soap. This one and this one, poor. This one and this one, poor. Everything inside is poor. And at the end of it, you say you're not making profit. How will you make profit like that when you have spent all your money, all your ingredients, all the things you ought to, where you're getting ought to come for is what you are using to put inside the soap. Because I heard here, they say you should put it here. I heard this person say, they say you should put it here. I heard this person say, they say you should put it here. So how do you want to get your game? I rest my case. Oh, yes. Okay, look at it. This is our palm oil. Or this is our bleached palm oil. You can see it changing. You can still change further than this. But if you must use it, I think we have spent more. It has stayed more than we're over 30 minutes in the live now. So you are good to go. So you can maneuver and use whatever you want for this now. Okay, you can be sure your soap will not be palm oily. I'm going to show us one that I did. I just want to try those one whether it will work. You know, I used that one. It was very, very palm oil. Okay, so you can see our palm oil are gradually bleaching, and you can see environment is not polluted. Nobody is even sneezing. Nobody knows what I'm doing. I just go ahead and use my palm oil. Okay, this palm oil is a hard oil, so if you want to use to make bathing soap, laundry soap, is good. But if you want it to lather more, naturally the palm oil will lather. Okay, but you might not get the maximum lathering power in it. So we can add little of PKO. We can add PKO to it to make it lather. You can add coconut oil. You can even add your foam booster to boost the foaming power there. Okay, so that is that about that. What is the next thing we are going to do? It's an advantage that you have come to this life. You'll be getting a lot of them, but you're not making use of it because I'm not receiving questions from you. I'm not hearing from you. Let me know what is bothering you about it. Okay, so since I'm not using my gloves, let me keep it. I'm not using the syringe, I keep it. Okay, and then yes, another question is I said I'll be tackling questions here. Another question is how do you handle separation in soap? Okay, I will be using a small sample here. Why do you handle separation in soap? Okay. Okay, so how do you handle separation in soap? Is another thing I want to use that one for. I will use that one for another one. Okay, how do you handle separation in soap? I think I said something like that in my other video, and of course one of the videos is also talking about that much. How do you handle it? It's simple. What is the meaning of separation in soap? It is when the water and the oil separate. You'll be seeing you'll be seeing soap up, you'll be seeing oil down. They are separated, they are not matched together. Now they are not married together to give you soap. So a lot of things can cause it. What can cause it? A lot of things can cause it. It could be as a result of your measurements, one, and it could be as a result of the kind of chemicals you bought, two, it could be as a result of your mixing, not properly mixing. Okay, so in such cases, when cold process cannot handle it, the hot process will handle it. Because how do you handle such? There are two ways you can handle it. You mix, you keep mixing it until it's obvious you cannot mix again. And so what do? We do double boiling of it. You get a bigger bowl. And then put whatever you want to double boil there inside another stainless bowl. Can you see why we need stainless bowl? So you put this one on the fire, a low heat please, not boiling it. So whatever the soap you are handling, you put this, you'll have pieces the soap inside. You pieces the soap inside, and then you put it to boil, and then you just keep mixing it until it will come together. Don't be wasting your soap. Don't be wasting it. If you get it wrong, make sure you ask those that are good in it. By the grace of God, I'm good in what I do. I'm good in what I do. So get it, and then you keep mixing until it mixes together again. That's why you need stainless containers. Stainless container. Okay, that is that. Then the next one I'm going to do is I want to do how to rebatch your soap. How to rebatch your soap. Okay, our palm oil is still here. You can use it like this. You can see it's ready for usage. So, but when you are doing your own, make sure you put the sulfonic. Though it still worked, but put the sulfonic acid first. Definitely, that's the thought you have been having. But we still got the same thing. Look at it. We still got the same thing. This is our palm oil. Okay. And then somebody was asking, yes, that was somebody's question. They say, since we can get our palm oil like this, why don't we use it as PKO, as palm kernel oil? I said no, because each of the oil, they have their values. Each of the oil have their value. Their sap are different. Saponification value, they are different. Okay, so if you deceive somebody that this one is PKO, that's not right. Okay, even if you perceive it, you could still say is the odor of the soap of palm oil is still there. So you cannot tell somebody is there PKO. They all have different saponification value. The one for PKO is different from the one for palm oil. It's different from the coconut oil. And that will take me to the next thing I will explain. And what is it? You don't just mix, except you just don't mix your caustic soda. You mix your caustic soda, and then you just be using it for any kind of oil. No, except in a situation that you have tailored your soap production in a particular way. What do I mean? Okay, I'm only using this quantity of palm oil with PKO, and that's what I use continually. So you can mix your caustic soda in large quantity, because you know something you do often, something you get so much used to it. So you can, if somebody wakes you up from sleep and say, what do we mix this one for, you can almost say it immediately. This is how you mix it, this is how I mix it. Except that, but if not, if you are just starting, take it easy. Measure the caustic, the life for every oil you are going to use separately. Don't go and say, I'll put a caustic soda in 1 drum of water, so I will just go and take from it. It might not work like that. Please don't say custom. Don't do that way. Custom is teaching you the right thing. Measure for each of the oil, because they all have different SAP of palm oil is different from SAP of it's different from SAP of coconut oil, it's different from SAP of palm kernel oil. So you must separate, measure them separately so that you can always get the best result. Except, like I said, you have particular quantity you always do all the time, and you have calculated it and you have come to know it, so you can keep on. Okay, thank you very much. So the next thing I want us to do is rebadging our soap. Rebadging our soap. For instance, because that was what somebody asked me of recent, rebadging our soap. This my soap is good enough, but I want to rebadge it. I want to remake it. Okay, and at times it might be that you want to change the color. This one is strong enough. That is one of the brand soap I made with palm oil. So how do we rebadge our soap? Simply cut it into pieces. Cut it into pieces. Cut it into pieces. Rebadging your soap, cut it into pieces. You want to change the color, or it's soft, too soft for you. You want to change it, want to make it harder. Rebadge it. It's not as strong as you want it. Just go ahead. And I'm going to do something special with this one now. I want to reduce the palm oil in it. Okay, one thing at a time first. We want to rebadge it. It's as simple as this. And what do? Just put a little water. Like I said, it's not soft. So, but I want it stronger. So you can just cut it into pieces as much as you want. Cut it into pieces, and then you drop a little water into it. You drop a little water into it. Okay. And then somebody also asked how they can make the soap to be heavy. That is his own question. To make it heavy, there are things you can use to make your soap heavy. One of them is calcium carbonate. You can use your calcium carbonate to make your soap heavy, and of course, it will increase the volume of your soap. Yes, you can use it in ratio of 10 grams to the oil. Okay, it depends on what you want to achieve anyway. So let me know what you want to achieve, and I'll be able to tell you, put you through. I think our palm oil is okay like this. I can remove it so that it doesn't pour away. So I will let us see what I make with it later. I'll be making something out of it later, probably today. And when I upload it, I will let us know. Or in the next live we are going to do, we might still make the soap today. Let's see, just wait. Let me just see how the day goes, okay? But all the same, we're going to use it to make our soap. Okay, so we're talking about how to rebadge. I've cut it into pieces, drop little water in it, and I say somebody asked how you can make the soap heavy, so that doesn't just stay on top of the water. I say you can use your calcium carbonate at the side. You can use your soda ash. All those ones are called fillers. They are all fillers. You can use them to make it. I think the soda ash also makes the soap heavy. Okay, but all the same. It's okay. So if you want to rebadge, we can just go ahead and cut it into pieces, and then we are still going to do our, you put little water in it. You put little water and do your, you can't use this one for double boiling, you remember. Instead you use this one and put it in the stainless, and let me see whether we can do that. Okay, but yeah, So let's transfer it here. Okay, yes. Waiting for your question. Should I start showing us colors again? We know colors now, isn't it? We know different types of colors. Do I start showing that? We have watercolor, we have water soluble color, we have oil soluble color. Okay. And I want us to see this rebatching of the thing. I'm still smashing it because I want to put let me cut more so that so instead of wasting your soap, it's too soft, and then nobody will buy it. It's too rough, nobody will buy it. Rebatch it instead. Well, I I encourage somebody that wanted to rebatch. The one you want to batch is much, but if it's comfortable for you, you can rebatch if it's much. Instead of just telling it like that, so you can see it. So I put a little water now and then rebatch it, and we will see the outcome of it. I put it on fire, we will see it. I want us to get the results while we are still on live. Still want much of it to be done. Are you finding it difficult to produce your brown soup? Brown transparent soup. Are you finding it difficult to produce it? I have a trick to it. I have a trick to it. It seems I'm talking to perfect people that don't have questions. That's good. That's good. That's good. I want you to also teach me. If you are talking to perfect people that have no question, still mixing it. Let me put water on the fire so that we want to change the color of our soup. You know it was brown, so we want to change it. Okay, can you excuse me? Let me put it on the fire. Okay, it's on the fire, double boiling it, and let's see how it's come. So we can change the color to, let's see the color we should choose. I think we can use pink color. And then when we're using our pink color, you know, we're going to mix it with water first. This one is water soluble, so we use water soluble first. The color doesn't want to come out. Where did you go and hide the color now? Okay, oh. How are we? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm learning something new. Okay, maybe our people are so busy, but it's always good you come live so that you can ask the question you have. Our people are so busy now, so we will know we'll be scheduling our program. But I'm going to do the coloring here. Let me put the water. I brought it down from the fire. See what it has done to. I will still be adding the red color. Let's see the outcome of it. You can see it. You know, like I said, and you should know, always make sure it's in medium trace before you turn into your mold. Okay, so I'll be adding the color now. We know we are changing the color too. I want to break all the lumps to make sure it's well. You can see it. So make sure it's all what the fire. Make sure your fire is on low key. As I'm rebatching and at the same time changing the color. So you pour your color. This one is water soluble. So let me see whether the red color will have power over it. I don't want the color to be too much. Let me just leave it like this. So I pour it into my mold. Of course, if you are using this kind of mold, once it's in the medium trace, you shouldn't have problem as such. You should be able to come out. But you can also oil your container, your mold, you know. And we're using the bigger one, you line on it, you put nylon. You can put it directly like this, and you can put a little oil so that it can come out well. The red color seems not to overcome seems not to overcome the yellow one, but the result is it's going to come out reddish despite it showing yellow, because I've added yellow color to it. It will still come out. When it comes out, I will still come and show us. I will still show us. Just shake it like this. The ones that is still here can still take another, almost another half or something. It's giving us yellowish, golden yellow color from brown. Okay, let me see. So she still take another container. Okay, we are good to go. So this is how you can rebatch soap. Okay, Paraventure is rough, is one thing or the other. It seems not to like the color. You want to change the color, you can go ahead and rebadge it. Okay, it will give you better results. Okay, 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 that's your own question. Yes, now you can make profits. It depends on what you are putting. There's no business that we appreciate if it's giving you less than what you are putting it. I believe even if it's not 100% gain, at least you should get something as interest, as profit now. Yes, I don't believe in a business that doesn't have gain though. Even if the gain is not much, there should be something showing forth that will encourage your efforts. Yes, yes. Oh, if you want if you want to reach me personally, I'm moderate. My fees are not high. My fees are not high, they're moderate. I'm considerate. I'm very considerate. My prices, yeah, my fees are not high. Yes. Okay, I expect you. Now let me remind us of our ebook. I have an ebook for sale. I have so many recipes you can plan there. The next thing I'm going to do, I will be teaching us how to make candle. A lot of things. How you can make weave on oil, how you can make baby oil, how you can make body cream, how you can make perfume, how you can make a lot of things, powder, detergent, laundry bar soap. A lot of things are there. And a lot of questions that are bothering you are well answered there. Okay. So you can just get the ebook. It's moderate. You can get it as seller and you can reach me directly to get it. Yes, as seller. You can get it as seller. Uh, and you can reach me directly to get it. It's simple. At your convenience, you can practice many of them. And if you have any challenges there, you let me know. Okay, let's call it a day. God bless you. See you in our next program. Bye. Keep progressing, keep making it, and God bless your hustle. Bye.